Good morning, Janice. You're with Erica and Steve. How are you, dear?
Hi, good morning. How are you?
Oh, we're just so thankful for you taking a couple of minutes here. Tell us why your heart is in the Ukraine this morning.
Well, there are many reasons. We have been part of a host group organization called Open Hearts and Homes for Children for the past several years. And through that ministry, we have been able to host many kids that have come over here from Ukraine. And we also actually have 8 children that we have been blessed to adopt from Ukraine. So the country holds a very near and dear place to our hearts. We have many friends that are still living over there, missionary friends that have lived over there in order to serve the children and the orphans of Ukraine. And so, of course, this really hits home for us.
I'm sure that weighs really heavy on your heart. What are you hearing from the people you know in Ukraine about how they're feeling and what's going on?
Yes, I actually was able to speak with 2 children that we have hosted in the past this morning. One of them is an older teenage boy, and his siblings are in the Odessa region. And he said that so far he has spoken with their orphanage director, and they are safe. And they are talking about planning evacuations. And then I spoke with another girl who is in a different orphanage, and she said that they are safe, but they are currently also having kids from different orphanages in other parts of the country that are seeing more action there. They are thinking they're going to be moved to their orphanage. There's a lot of fear, of course, and it's a lot to be placed on these kids, just not knowing. And, they know that their country is under attack. And we are just, of course, praying that, they stay safe and that God is watching out for them, and that the people who are, they're in control of their lives, the directors and the teachers and so forth, will be able to watch out for these children.
You have 8 children you've adopted from the Ukraine?
Yes, ma'am.
How are they doing right now? What's going through their minds and hearts?
A lot of tumultuousness. We have one daughter who still has a biological sister who is residing in Ukraine, and I haven't had the opportunity to speak to her yet this morning, but of course I know she is going to be incredibly worried. I was speaking to my other daughter who is in college. I was speaking to her last night. She is from the Cherkasy area, and although she does not have any biological family members that she still stays in contact with, she, of course, is very worried about people that she has left behind in Ukraine and is just worried about the country as a whole. Many of the children that we adopted were teenagers by the time that they came home. And so, of course, Ukrainian culture is very deeply embedded in them, and they love their country. And for them to, hear about this and witness this on the news is, of course, a shock.
Janice, how can we pray for the people of Ukraine today?
Well, of course, from my personal standpoint, I would definitely say prayers for the children, just the children of Ukraine, not only for their safety, because, of course, they're scared and, of course, many of them do not understand, but for their futures. This is going to obviously determine such a huge part of their futures and what kind of country are they going to be left living in, and ultimately what are they going to have to deal with because of that as their lives go on. So I would say praying for, their safety, for their heart, for the fear not to reside in their hearts, for the Lord to protect them, and hopefully for this to have as good of an outcome as possible so that they might still have a future living in the country that they love.
Janice, God bless you. Thank you so much for your time today.
Thank you, Janice.
Thank you.